Welcome, Walker Wolves. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Tiffany Burns, and I am going to start us by introducing Dan Wapapa. He's a Native elder, and he has given us the honor of honoring us with a blessing this morning with a land acknowledgement for our new school.
This building was a good building, but it was a little bit old. And, you know, it had lived a long time and a long life and really needed some changes. And so our whole community, that's parents, that's grandparents, that's people who don't have kids, that's everybody decided, you know, we need to do something about that because learning is important and kids are important. And so they got that idea together and they raised all the money that it took. And they've got a whole bunch of really good and talented people to kind of come together and plan and contribute and say, what do our schools really need to look like? What does Walker School really need to look like? And they put this school together, and it's pretty amazing.
There's so many things to be excited about with the Walker School. You know, to take a building that has a historic building that has served kids for so many years, and to put in so many well-considered upgrades. I think, you know, from the classrooms and the sensory spaces to a unique space for families and community members to come in and engage with the district and also receive support from top to bottom. There's just so much here that responds to the needs of kids and to the needs of community and are going to be amazing places for kids to learn.
Walker is a public neighborhood school. Our families live, work, and raise children together. It is community in the most real sense. And throughout the process of designing this spectacular school, that community, our community, was kept at the center of all of our decisions. We built a room we call the family room. We've never seen a family room before. We've never seen that in a school, but we wanted to build a place where our grown-ups and caregivers can build connection and belonging during the school day. We have laundry and cooking facilities and snacks. We are excited to have that room adapt and grow to whatever the needs of our community are. We built this school for you, and we are thrilled to see you fill it.
What I like about the new school is the playground because it has lots of swings and it has a bunch of places to play and explore. I really like the cafe because it has a bunch of room.
If you were on the Walker design team, would you please stand? Thank you for the hours, and I mean hours, that we spent on the thoughtful decisions about what would be best for our kids and their grown-ups. If you are on the Ashland School Board, would you please come forward? Thank you for your dedication to following the bond promise and ensuring that our school will serve our community for generations. If you are on the HMK project management team, you're coming up here too. Thank you for moving this project forward. You made sure that supply chain issues, COVID staffing shortages, value engineering, and every other bizarre and challenging issue did not slow our progress. And you even managed to save our cherished fairy tree.
A project as a whole, most excited about coming in on time. Able to capture a lot of scope on this project that wasn't originally anticipated. So along the lines of the seismic grants that allows these spaces to be guaranteed structurally for a long time to come, and then all the modernization and climate control and breathable air definitely is something that hasn't been offered to a lot of the schools to date. So having that reliability will definitely emphasize the learning aspect of things. Long term, I think that the focus on outdoor spaces and community spaces in this facility definitely will be very useful for the community and the students and staff.
And if you are on the BBT Architect team, please come forward. Renee, Matthew, Ginevra, thank you for listening to us. for eliciting our voices, for honoring the history, and stewarding in the future. You have made our mission and vision come alive.
Talking to the staff, they had this great connection to nature. We tried to represent that in a lot of the large glazing openings. The classroom windows in the new building are just as tall as the existing ones. You have views out to the front of homes, out to Walker. You stand in this hallway outside and you look all the way through the cafeteria or the cafe into the courtyard. You always have a view out. I think it was just something we wanted to make sure that was captured inside the building, not just outside the buildings.
It's pretty overwhelming to come back into the school and see not only the students and the staff in the school, but the entire team that made this possible. One of the things I'm most proud about in terms of the architectural response to what we heard from the students and staff and the facilities and administration was the sensory needs of the students. We heard about places for quiet time. We heard about what noise and light and other sensory inputs does to the teaching environment and to certain students in particular, and in order to make sure everybody felt welcome. These hallways are fairly long. One of the things we tried to do was break those hallways up, certain wayfinding aspects, whether the ceiling changes and we use the Walker blue color. You see these moments where something's going to happen there, but you're not quite sure until you experience the building and that means, hey, there's a breakout space. I can access the courtyard this direction. To break up that kind of railroad effect, where kind of a feel of a tunnel, we definitely thought about the wayfinding of the ceiling. We thought about the electrical engineer proposed lighting that was slightly different. And I think all of those aspects, going back to the whole team, they knew kind of what we were after and what we were asking of them. They stepped up and they did remarkable.
If you're on the Detroit construction team, you're coming forward too, please. Jason, Ben, TJ, George, and the many, many subcontractors, thank you for your attention to detail and safety and ensuring that our school was built to the very highest standard. So Sean, Sam, and Carrie, thank you for creating such inviting and green areas for us to learn and play safely. And our ASD, our Ashland School District staff, Steve Mitzel, Robbie Moles, Rebecca, Samuel, Erica, Julie, Shahid, John, Anton, Tucker, and Sarah. We'd love for you to come forward. And our kindergartners have some special thanks for you. Thank you for your tireless dedication to making this dream school a real one. Steve Mitzel, your literal blood, sweat, and tears went into this building, and you did it with grace and love, and you never ever forgot who we were doing it for.
It's pretty amazing. And it, to me, is like the best classroom I've ever been in. The formal dorm, the cubbies that we get now, stuff like that.
Well, gosh, we've been given this classroom that's so flexible and so beautiful that allows us to team teach. So that's 2 sets of kids in 1 space, but we can also modify the space. So it can be 2 spaces, it can be up to 4, it can be so many different things all at the same time. It just gives us so much flexibility to work in small groups or individually with a kid or with a large group.
Like Amy said, our magic wall really does feel like magic. We've been in here for 1 week and I think we've broken up the kids different ways every single day, and it's really cool.
Right, there's a level of consistency, and yet there's flexibility within it.
And I would say just that flexibility translates throughout the building, and being able to design and then have this beautiful space that really serves kids and teachers in a multitude of ways and provides such flexibility. It's kind of like, gosh, if you're a kid who loves computer and design, we've got an amazing computer lab. If you're a kid who really lights up when you get to cook and look at math that way, you've got a space for that. And so I feel like our school just overall is a super flexible space where kids really are going to take off and fly, and teachers get to explore new creative ways of teaching and learning. Ashland, thank you. Thank you for valuing kids and our futures and giving them a space that really is absolutely amazing.